prices in the Portland metro area rose 2% in April, but are still nearly 1% lower compared with the same month a year ago. And foreclosures in Oregon also rose. Good luck figuring out whether the housing slump is over or not. To sort this out, we welcome to the Morning Update Hayes Barnard, the CEO of Paramount Equity. Full disclosure, Paramount Equity is a sponsor here on KEX. But we invited Hayes because he can help us understand these latest numbers. Hayes, what do they mean? Is the housing slump over or not?
Well, I'll tell you, Scott, there's a lot of positive trends. Definitely some positive things to talk about. We'll start there. Number one is, inventory for homes in the greater Portland area is really low right now. In February 2011, you're at 12.9 months in inventory in homes. We're down to 4.84, which is outstanding. So at the end of the day, a lot of prices increasing, which is what homeowners care about. How much is my home appreciating? And we're seeing some of that data right now based upon what supply is out there. And we've got a lot of demand because of low interest rates, because of the affordability factor, but there's just not a lot of inventory for homeowners. So therefore, we're starting to see home values appreciate in the region, which is very positive.
Now, April's traditionally a seasonally strong month for home prices, but should we make too much out of these good numbers here since they were based on April numbers?
Well, there's a couple things, a couple dynamics that are happening in the last few months. One is we've got less people walking away from their homes, and the main reason is there's a couple of really strong governmental programs that people have heard about, like HARP 2.0 or the FHA Streamlined Refinance products that are allowing people, even if they don't have equity in their home, to refinance and not just walk away. So the dynamic we're seeing is less people walking away from their homes, more short sales, in comparison versus the REOs. And naturally, if someone does a short sale on their home versus REO and just walks away, it's better for their credit and it's better for the community because the home values aren't depreciated as much. So I think, one thing we'll keep seeing is we're going to get some positive lift because less people are walking away from their houses. There's just programs to keep people in their houses. At the same time, you've got a lot of folks waiting on the sidelines for where's the bottom. And I think because of the lack of inventory, you're going to start seeing people paying more for homes in the region. So it's nothing to, I don't think we're going to see, 25% growth in home values over the next year. But at the same time, I think we're going to really start seeing some positive data, especially in competitive neighborhoods where people's homes are appreciating in value again, which is very, very positive.
We did see an increase in the number of foreclosures in the state of Oregon, not so in Portland, but statewide. Why would that be?
Here's what's interesting. The REO inventory or the shadow inventory that everyone talks about, it's so questionable how many people are actually making their mortgage payments. And, the data, they always give it to you in these percentages, and it's very difficult to understand, okay, well, did one individual bank decide to let go of a bunch of properties? We don't have any visibility, frankly, to the supply or the inventory of this REO inventory and where people are in the foreclosure process. So that's the big question mark for everyone is, okay, great, we understand that there's less demand for this traditional homes. We're personally seeing as a mortgage company much more buyers that are traditional buyers versus investment buyers. One of my friends, as an example, he runs an investment fund. He buys houses on the courthouse steps, and he'll say, well, the guy at the auction says, welcome to the courthouse steps where you pay retail for property, meaning there's less REO or foreclosed properties at those auctions. And so now you ask the question, why? Why are there less? Some of the data that's come out recently has shown that in Oregon overall, there's more, but maybe in certain pockets right now, especially in Oregon, more competitive areas to live in the state, potentially those numbers are coming down. We're definitely seeing that in San Diego, in Sacramento, in many parts of Northern California. This is not just a trend that's taking place in Portland. This is a major trend that's taking place in major metropolitan areas throughout the country. There's just less properties that these banks are taking into the REO market or the foreclosed market.
The latest on all the numbers from Hayes Barnard, CEO of Paramount Equity. Thank you very much for being with us today here on KEX, Hayes.
Thank you, Scott. I really appreciate it.